We have joining us, Ziggy Ibe is joining us right now. Ziggy, good morning.
Pleasure being here.
Really
Thank
nice
you
to
for
see
having me.
Thank you. Right. Okay, let's begin with the Daily Trust now. EFCC quizzes Fayose as ex-governor reports at the commission. Yesterday we saw some level of drama here and there where the governor made himself available to EFCC by himself. Yeah,
I'm happy he made good his promise. Nice one, but I have grounds with the way he went. You know.
What was wrong with the way he went?
Yeah, he went with people as if what he came for is not serious. To me, it doesn't look mature enough for anyone to have gone that way. Such issues as going to give stewardship of all he has done within the 4 years shouldn't have been a child's play. But the way he went looks as if
but having a sitting governor present, a former minister present, and a renowned lawyer, doesn't that make it a serious issue already? But anyway, we'll talk. It's a rhetoric, actually. Not for you to answer that. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see. Well, while all of that was going on, the front page of The Nation features the new Don says, "Fire me," as he takes oath of office. But there's an interesting story here, Ziggy. Our grouse about Obi's choice by governors. There are some who are saying this is perhaps the first time the PDP is fielding a vice presidential candidate from the southeastern region of the country. How come it's attracting some form of grouse from certain governors in that area?
Especially the southeast governors.
I don't know how that works anyway, but then I think they should have been contacted or been informed on the choice of who to become the vice president. Okay, since it has been
is that the choice to
zeroed
make?
to the southeast. Okay, I think the issue they are raising now is because they were not
they were
informed.
not in the know.
They were not in the know, and such they bicker about it.
But was it the party that zoned the vice presidency to the southeast, or it was the candidate who decided?
I think it's just in the political calculation of the party, you know, trying to curry the support of a particular region, maybe where they think it could be favorable to them if a choice is made to that side. The governor actually are making case for not being informed before a choice is made.
Because they have someone else in
mind. Maybe we were not told someone that we were not told.
We heard reports that Professor Charles Soludo was their choice.
Exactly what one of them is saying on the papers this morning.
That's the report we got.
But that is not right enough for them not to have been informed. To me, because they are the highest ruling body in the region. So the gathering of the 5 state governors certainly should have been be in the know on who to choose as a vice president, knowing full well that Eastern region is being governed by the party. You know, just a state out of the 5 regions,
states in the east. Yeah.
So the 4 governors should have been informed or should have been requested to nominate someone.
As if that's the one that will work with him. I thought it was the candidate who should choose.
It's not the candidate that has the right to choose whoever he wants with.
Being members of the party, and of course, being the governors of the party, should have given the body of the party enough sense to know that these people know more of their people than choosing someone in their absence.
Well, okay.
To me,
but as far as
it might work against them anyway. It might work against the party, because if governors are beginning to take sides.
Yeah, but if he works against the party in that regard, is it not the southeast that loses out? Because the point there is, because they feel that you didn't take our choice, and they feel, okay, we wouldn't support, because from the comments we're hearing from some of the governors from the east, they're saying that they're going to work against it. And if they work against it, is it not the southeast that loses ultimately?
Politics is about the interest. And don't forget, these people have someone who they think would protect their interests. Yeah, okay. That's the way I view it.
All right.
Okay, so not agreeing to the party decision on who to choose and who not to choose becomes an issue of personality.
Okay. All right, let's leave that for another day. The Punch newspaper is the next now. Outrage over killing of Red Cross worker. This has generated lots and lots of reaction from across Nigerians and even beyond the shores of the country.
It is sad, and the agencies responsible for nipping all this should step up their action. You know, if a life is lost, it is a minus, and it undermines our very essence as humans. Okay, human beings should be protected. Nigerians should be protected, and of course, that's what government is elected to do. Two major issues: to protect the property of people and their lives. You know, and if a government is not doing this, I don't think they've done enough.
Okay.
On the front page of the Vanguard, it's all eyes on AKT, featuring what transpired yesterday. But they also have an interesting story about the 2019 election. Senate reps approved different sums for INEC security agencies. Some say this is another spewing another dust in the air. While the reps is all the way for the federal government, the Senate is holding back. How do you see this end eventually?
They are still letting us into the frosty relationship that had existed between the two arms of government. Okay, you've approved a particular amount of money for an election. Let the finances, let the money be utilized for the purpose for which it was approved. So if INEC decides to allot some amount to certain areas, I don't think is still in the purview of the other people to begin to allot monies to different areas. The money allotted was for logistics towards a better and credible election 2019. So INEC, National Assembly begins to touchlight where the money should go and where not to go. To me, is another oversight.
All right. Well, on the other hand, the senator and reps, what we used to know is when they're coming up with these kind of figures, they usually harmonize because they have a joint committee sometimes. You don't know to come up with the different figures. But let's move on.
It could be as a result of the political composition.
That's what I said. That's what I said. So they are bigger somewhere, you know. And we are not new. We are all Nigerians. We've not traveled out. We are here. And all the goings on between the two arms of government are not a new story to us, you know. But we are looking at why all this struggle for supremacy, why all this war of attrition everywhere. Allow certain things to go seamlessly, because whatever thing that comes out better is for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So earlier, the money allot now is even late. You must agree with me, because
INEC should have started preparing for elections since
months back, and money is beginning out, and you are still talking about where money should go, where it should not go. I mean, is immaterial. Yeah,
let's move to the Daily Sun. Is our last paper now. One of the headlines here: Ohaneze Ndigbo warns on Buhari's Executive Order 6, says action will lead to abuse of power. The Executive Order 6 has been on the front burner since it came out, and a lot of people are so uncomfortable with it.
Who is afraid of Executive Order 6? Who are these people that are afraid of this order? Executive order is an express order banning some people not to do certain things.
It's not even about who is afraid of it. It is the issue of what are the standards. Because when it comes to the rules and the principles, they already exist. The court, they say the court is the only institution that can bar anyone, because at that point you have found the person guilty or not.
Is the executive order, is it legal?
Well, it can be legal as far as it doesn't contradict standing rules.
It is an executive order coming from the president. Is a prerogative of the president to really do certain things that he knows that will go well or work well for the country. And having viewed the people that are allegedly looters, and he said, look, certain people, how many of them? About 50 of them, wouldn't be traveling for now. It's not as if they are banned forever. They are asked not to travel for now. Because their traveling might undermine the judicial processes that is still pending in the court.
Yeah, Ziggy, this issue is, the point there is, when you are saying these people, whether they are 50 or they are 100 or they are 1,000, they cannot travel for now because we're having their finances and their assets confiscated for the meantime. It is in the eyes and the discretion of the person wielding the powers behind the executive order. But you and I know that it is only the courts that can say, because you've been found guilty for either stealing this or this is a proceed of corruption, you cannot use this for now.
My brother, let me tell you. The problem we're having in the country is still about using pancake on so many issues. As it is, our situation is critical. And it needs a critical solution, a critical approach. So if you allow these people to jet in and jet out, allowing them to travel with the same money we've accused them of having taken from us, it's neither here nor there.
Okay, we'll have time to maybe discuss this some other day, but thank you very much for this. But we're keeping you for the next discussion. Now, coming up on the program.
Just as said Wood, former Governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, reported to the Abuja office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to answer allegations made against him.
Now, how prepared, rather, is the EFCC for the journey ahead? We will try to find out and find answers to these questions and many others during our next discussion. Stay with us now. All right, it's time for our next discussion now. After handing over to the new governor, former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, refused administrative bail at the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission after he reported to the office in Abuja.
The EFCC wants to get a court summon to enable it detain the former governor, who is expected to explain expenditure on a bogus poultry project during his first tenure, and also billions of security money given him by the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki. The anti-graft agency says it has prepared 3 teams of investigators to quiz the former governor.
All right, let's see. We still have Ziggy B with us in the studio. He is a public affairs analyst. We'll be talking about this next. All right, now, Ziggy, let's get into this issue. Not everyone is new to some of the allegations against former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, but a lot of people are saying that when you're talking about this issue of security funds, so you're making reference to Dasuki money, you're making references to things in his first tenure and all of that, a lot of people say it looks like a witch hunt, because he's of the opposition or he has been against the president for a long time and all of that. Because there are so many others who have maybe the same kind of issues, former governors who are either in the ruling party now, who are not being told anything anymore. What do you think?
It's only in this country we don't see anything wrong when someone is invited for just questioning. That everybody is committing crime doesn't make crime legal. Every step starts by just a step. And what it means is that if anyone is invited for questioning, he has not been charged. It's just come and answer certain allegations on you. And we are beginning to talk. What is wrong inviting Fayose to come and give accounts of his stewardship on the state he had lauded over 4 years? He had done a good job, but those jobs will be viewed by the authorities. I told earlier, what he did, he made good his promise that he would visit them at the expiration of his tenure, and he did well. But the way he went about carrying crowd to the agency is what I have problem with. And, you know, in this environment, I wouldn't want to use this word, but in this environment, if nobody is viewed, we tend to gratify those who cheat on us, those who had taken all we have, and we still will applaud them. If you look at what happens at the agency yesterday, the EFCC facility, you'll see that Nigerians are applauding Fayose. Nigerians are clapping for him. And people like FFK was with him. Most chagrin was a son, Ezekome.
He said he's his lawyer.
Okay, and to me, that bravado is unnecessary.
Ziggy, could it be
very,
as a
very
result of
it's
the
a
way...
shame of a country, because EFCC is an agency of the government that sees to sanitize financial graft. What that means is that if you are perceived to be being involved in issues of financial misappropriation, you'll be invited. Okay? And the way we are beginning to look at it looks as if, look, nobody should be touched in Nigeria.
Could it be as a result of the way the anti-graft agency has gone about its operations over time? Recall that immediately after the PDP lost in Ekiti, there was a tweet, allegedly released by the EFCC, taunting the ex-governor and telling him to get ready to come. That
they were ready for him?
That they were ready for him and all of that. Some people would say that it's been pretty much about media trial.
Sometimes I don't know what we need I don't know what we want in this country, honestly. You remember sometime in the past, during the administration of Jonathan, EFCs had no money to even go to court. In fact, then it was Festus Keyame that was their lawyer. They had no money, even transport, to go to court. That means EFCC was dead. Now, an administration had come and revived and relived the agency to be alive to their responsibility, and we are still shouting them down. What do we really want? The system is so put that certain things that are tending to work wouldn't work because we are not lending our own part of the support. And this is exactly what is happening in the case of Fayose. Fayose has this dramatic personnel character in him, and that is what he exhibited yesterday. But that should go the way, because we've known it, just like when somebody has a kind of a behavioral pattern, when I say, okay, this is the way he behaves. But the situation where he is chaired to the agency's office shows that we actually applaud those who are stealing all we have. But we actually applaud those who are denying us all the good things in life. At best, we actually applaud those who had taken our patrimonies. At
best, what we have here are allegations. I mean, nobody has been taken to court. Yeah. So you cannot say that you cannot say that you are applauding those who have stolen our money, because nobody has really been.
No, but haven't been invited. Haven't been invited for questioning, and people are following him to the place. Shows that we actually wouldn't want EFCC to do their job. And the moment anybody is touched in the country, is witch hunting. Is an opposition. But the point they are trying
if they don't want EFCC,
muzzle opposition.
Yeah, but if they don't want EFCC to touch, he was the one. He was still a sitting governor when he said. But on the day after he hands over, in fact, he gave the time, 1 p.m. I am going to be there, and he certainly was there.
I commended that.
Exactly.
But I said the way and manner he went there with fanfare. He went there with fanfare, which shouldn't be.
That is why he asked earlier on. Also, the way EFCC has been going also about That's why he made references to the tweet earlier. In fact, we remember that generated a lot of heat when people were saying EFCC has a principle. EFCC had laid down standard. EFCC has rules and regulation, modus operandi, whereby it shouldn't be going about, you know, a bragado kind of approach in fighting corruption. We saw the tweets from, official tweets from EFCC at the time, which was queried across the country, about maybe because Fayose had the PDP had lost the election at the time.
If you had been informed earlier, a month to a particular invitation that, look, we are inviting you so time to come and clear yourself of certain allegations, what is wrong with that?
No, certainly, there's nothing wrong with that.
Good.
But the way, just like Ziggy,
who responded to that tweet, saying, look, you don't even bother to come my place, don't come. What I'll do is I'll be there. You in your place. And he did well.
Very good, Ziggy.
I commended it.
Very good, Ziggy. You said, certainly, when EFCC says you have a case to answer, prepare to answer, there's nothing wrong with that.
Good.
It is the mode. It is the process. Because just like you said.
What process? Listen,
Ziggy. You said that Fayose handing himself over to EFCC, there's nothing wrong with that.
Wonderful.
And you said that it is the way he went there. It is
with
the process. It is the process. Exactly.
With
exactly. That's what we're saying.
It shouldn't be. Because if if as a person I'm invited for certain allegations, what I do is to go there.
You should go there and solemn.
I shouldn't go with drum beats and people at my back clapping for me. Having been invited to such a place is not actually doesn't call for festivals. It doesn't call for festivals. But the EFCC service is not a festivity ground.
But it also doesn't call for condemnation necessarily because
the people that went there, like his friend was saying, he didn't you know me? I'm a regular customer here. It's a way of trying to undermine or belittling the agency. The institution of a government, a anti-graft agency that's supposed to right certain wrongs. And by the time we overlook the activities of these people and begins to play down on the activities, we have no country to live in.
Let's move this conversation further for a bit.
Taking our money should be a funfair.
What do you think about the perception that what is happening is a clampdown on the opposition?
Never.
There are some who are saying that the records are there, that most of these media-celebrated cases are targeted against individuals on the other divide.
Let's shift a little to the order 6, that the executive order 6 that was. Ojus Okalo, who is APC, was there. Okay? Other APC members were there. So not necessarily other parties. And you know the way we view these, things in the country. The moment you are not APC, the rest of other people are PDP. Forgetting that other members that were named in that order 6 list could be members of other parties. So why are we still thinking that anything done should be a way of clamping down on the opposition? It's not so. And by the time we are not lending support to what it means that we hate corruption, but yet we are celebrating corruption. Because by the time we now tell EFCC, no, don't touch all those people are saints. No, these ones are other parties and they don't supposed to be touched. What you are saying is that you hate what they do, but you are commending their effort for have stolen your patrimony, to have stolen your tomorrow.
All right, we have to leave you here now, Ziggy. Ziggy, thank you very much for coming on the program. It's really interesting having you in the studio.
Glad to have you around.
Thank you, sir.